week 9 of the SCL Doubles OU recap. I'm Emma. We're playing for the Dynamos.
I'm Nils. I'm playing for the Terrors.
I'm Ray or Strats. I'm playing for the Platoon.
And our first game of the week is a real banger. So initially it was Toxygen playing for the Circuit Breakers, and then they subbed in Tenzai, who apparently couldn't play. So then they subbed in Fakey, I think, who has not played a single doubles game all tour, who's playing against Animus on the Spartans, who's currently 5-3 and looking for the sixth win, the magical sixth win.
Have they played a doubles game in their life before this?
I don't think so.
Fakey was the only player online for the Breakers, so they just kind of had to send whoever into the fire, and they gave him Rain, which is probably a reasonable choice. Rain's not like the strongest archetype, but it's something that you can hit a matchup and Kingdra can just kind of clean. If you're in Animus position, you're probably just supposed to bring a team that farms like extreme matchups, and kind of looks like he did.
He brought Z-Strats' week 8 team, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, he brought the team that I just lost to him with.
Genius.
That's a power move.
I got flexed on.
That was fucking hilarious.
That's actually a massive power move. Big prop.
And then Fakey's Rain isn't even like standard at all. Like usually you'd seen a Serena over a Rillaboom and Ferrothorn over Metagross, but he has a Rillaboom and a Metagross.
I mean, it is standard. He just changed 2 months.
He changed 2 important Pokemon. What do you mean?
Yeah, but the thought process is I'll just make this grass type a different grass type, and I'll just make this steel type a different steel type.
Okay, but the different grasses do different things.
Maybe they were just watching the doubles recaps and they saw Ninja change a Rillaboom to a Serena and have that backfire and thought, I'm gonna fix the problems in the world.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the Serena a Rillaboom.
And then I also think 1/3 of Animus' losses have been to Rain, so maybe that's also why they loaded it up. But yeah, that's like the main thing. I was like, Rain without Serena and Ferrothorn seems off to me, but maybe it'll work. Who knows?
I mean, it is relatively anti-Rillaboom for a Rain team. Like, there's only one mon that's actually weak to grass. So, you do want to block Fake Out, but Grassy Glide itself is not going to be the biggest problem.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
where's Porygon 2? Oh, there it is.
Where's Porygon 2?
I was very scared.
Yeah, so P2 is like pretty threatening, but it got the special attack boost and all, but
yeah, Bolt Beam P2 kind of goes in here.
Like, P2's not amazing at this point in time. It's just like, it's okay, but like also there's just not a lot of I don't know, like the Fakey's is like, kind of weird, so it doesn't like have great ways to exactly punish P2. Just like it hits a lot of mons. It can like send P2 out and have a P2 mirror, but it doesn't like otherwise have great ways to pressure it other than just clicking water moves, and P2 is probably going to win its damage trades.
Yeah, this is where Ferrothorn on that Rain team really comes in handy.
Sure does.
I think, like the P2 checks. Like, I guess if this Rillaboom is knockoff, that's annoying. Like, and like the other P2, it kind of sits in front of. But like, it seems dangerous to me at least.
I mean,
Metagross, depending on the set, should be able to do well against P2, but it's the only mon that like wants to actively fight against a P2. Kingdra can trade it with Muddy Water, but P2 can eat like one Muddy Water inside TA.
Yeah.
And,
though Animus is very threatened on this lead.
Oh yeah, you're getting moved here. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's gotta get out of there.
Really weird to see a Fake Out, given that Fakey's Rillaboom was slower, but
wasn't.
Can you double check that out? Just like scroll a little bit.
Yeah, Fakey's Rillaboom was faster.
Okay, yeah, okay. So the Fake Out's like Okay, on the
fine.
surface.
Like, you should still probably fake out the P2, but
Or U-turn with your faster Rillaboom.
Yeah, I like
on the
U-turn.
Switch note,
Like this, yeah, like this is now it's +1 P2 under Trick Room and a Metagross is kind of
So
strong.
this gives me first game playing doubles vibes, where you think it's
yeah.
turn one, you've heard that doubles players click fake out because you haven't been watching the recaps and learned that doubles players actually aren't supposed to be
No,
clicking fake.
no fake
They're
outs.
supposed to be clicking U-turn.
I think fake out on the P2 would have actually been fine this turn though. Like
It would have been pretty solid, yeah. You force like a static risk onto the Zapdos. Yeah.
And prevent Trick Room. Force the double switch out immediately.
So I was in my team time like this Metagross is kind of really important, and this Metagross is also about to die this turn.
Yeah, like it only took 40 this turn, but now it's gonna be followed up with like Thunderbolt or Stumping Tantrum or something like that, and it's very soon going to die.
Also, like the team's win con because it's Cosmic Power Metagross.
Yeah, I think. Yep, and now it's just dead as fuck.
Ooh, that's really suboptimal.
Yeah, like Kingdra does not seem like it's going to be winning, in my humble opinion. So
Animus is very good at getting his opponents to send in their Winmon and Trick Room.
the classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, this just happens to the best of us, Fakey.
Don't worry. 43. Yep, it's dead. There goes Metagross.
21.
Does nothing bad.
Animus with the good Metagross set, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
21 from a T-Bolt, a +1 T-Bolt.
Well, it's my
Screen.
team.
Yeah, but I'm giving your team credit for having the good Metagross set. Set up.
True. I got that credit last week, but I'll take it again. Thank you.
Yeah, AV Metagross is the good set.
And then, yep. And then Fakey sends out Water Absorb or Dip Polytone. There's no rain. There's no rain.
So-
This is pretty much where we can stop the recap.
Yeah, the game is over.
Because, like, loading up rain in current DU is, like, fine. Loading up not rain is significantly worse.
Yeah.
We pretty much speed through the rest of this.
Yeah, we'll speed through
There
this.
is nothing a
Rabbit.
Polytone.
Oh man, it's protecting. Yeah, we'll like play the rest of the game so people can
Well,
watch.
we're not commenting on this.
No,
game.
this one's pretty over.
Well, it's fine to analyze the first few turns, but this is the point where the game has ended.
The game is ended.
Rillaboom press U-turn, not fake out. Cause
Like, it was already dire if the Polytone did have rain, but yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
absolutely never.
It needed Kingdra to be able to take, like, 2 kills of value.
It also needed Kindra to be able to actually damage the P2.
51.
Yeah.
Like, Kindra without rain is never doing.
It's doing 0 damage. Up there it goes. Up, there's still no rain, guys.
I still don't get the switch out, but like, I guess it doesn't matter anyway. it's just over.
It's dire.
There's nothing that can be done.
Chance? Freeze?
This Metagross just keeps on living.
Oh, haxed.
Just keeps on living.
Down goes the rain
Okay,
setter.
Fakey got the Hydro Pump miss, so now he can blame it on
Of
Hax.
course.
That was a very funny, of course. I know they're being ironic.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
that's funny.
And yeah.
Yep, Kingdra gets first.
Yeah. Of course, again. Never lucky,
Yeah.
to be honest. And Miss
Or
Hacks.
Fakey Ice Beam Freeze.
That just dropped. That is a strong promo.
I mean, it's just a stab
It's
right
a
into
strong
this
as every
at
other
-1.
but yeah. I agree.
Oh, accuracy drop? Chance? This P2, I'm pretty sure it was sent out turn 1 and it has not left the field.
Yes, that
It's
is that.
it's not even click. There it goes. It didn't even click recover either.
A big misplay by Animus to send out to take away the P2's chance of just staying in the whole game.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
I was Animus, I would have given P2 its glory.
Oh, full para?
Actually, yeah, wasn't there like a chance here?
Yeah, like a little bit.
I think he probably yeah.
He still probably
back,
won,
Emma.
but
I think he probably
Yeah.
could have played more concise throughout the game, but I'm pretty sure he said he got bored and heard it up. What turn are we going to? Here?
uh,
This turn, yeah.
no.
Well,
Uh,
next turn. If
like,
okay, well this turn's
yeah.
fine too because if there's a hurricane confused here, but that one's not a big deal.
Well, I mean, he has to get full parried and he has to hit a hurricane.
Yeah, but like those are decent odds.
Yeah, I guess it's
As far as dire odds go, that's not bad. The real thing is, what's the P2 at?
62.
like 62, so it has to get doubled.
He has to get 2 pairs in a row and hit both those hurricanes, but still.
And then
Like,
still, like,
then do the
yeah,
same thing
there
versus
was a
Volcanion.
path. It was doomed, but not 100% lost.
Yeah.
But anyways, we recapped the meaningful portion of the game.
Yep. Congrats to Animus finishing 6-3. 6 wins is pretty dope. Do you have what the breaker slot finishes at? 4 and 5.
Don't worry about it.
4 or 5.
4-5. That's not too bad.
Yeah, actually, isn't too bad.
We can worry about it. And then
The Spartans go 6-3.
yeah. Our next
The
game.
Nails, by the way, Nails, it was the over.
Mhm.
Barely, but it was the over.
We have in game 2 Denadra Badger playing for the Foxes, who I want to say is 1-3 at this point.
This is a worse game than the last one.
Are they 1-3 or are they
Denadras
1-4?
records.
Okay, 1-3 or 1-4 versus Nails, who's 8-0, playing for the Uncharted Terrors and going for the perfect regular season. He has loaded up Dracovish once again, I believe, in like his third use of a Sand Rusher, and in like the typical cast of characters. Like Tyranitar obviously to set the sand, Mew to set Tailwind, Dragapult's fast and U-turns, Rillaboom and Incineroar like round out the team, and Denadra's like a fun, quirky Sun Spam team with Lilligant, which I don't think we've seen, or Victini as well.
One thing to note is the Nadra's team is already out of the playoffs at this point, so they.
Oh yeah, that's
brought a
true.
fun team.
They're just 5 in.
Yep. I brought a team that just kind of lets me click buttons. It's very reminiscent of my week 1 team. Like the Mew set is the same one. Tyranitar set is it has like a different attack, but it's the same flavor. Still Citrus Berry, Rocks Detail. Just has Stone Edge this time instead of Rock Slide. Dracovish just Dracovish and Specs Dragapult are just like generally good breakers that allow me to get like fast pressure on stuff, and yeah, just I felt like bringing stuff that I could pivot around with and like get strong hits off with would be a good bring here.
Would also like to say before we press play that before this game I said in predicts that Nails is incredibly lucky.
Relax.
Ray did mention this. What could Ray have meant by this?
Well, I guess we'll have to see what he means by this. Why does the Mew have no nickname, by the way?
Because I named it Mew, but with the little flower emoji that Umbri has in her Discord tag, and it just chopped it off and defaulted back to the base.
Oh, that's tough. That is tough. Okay. Do we want to see what happens turn 1, or do you want to say what you were thinking on this turn?
Just I don't want Trick Room to go up without DNC getting punished, and so I doubled the DNC.
Wisp?
I guess it is worth mentioning that like Hazard stack, but I don't think it's really safe to go for spikes with Mew or rocks with Power because of the potential for a Hatterene switch to just kind of own me. Like in generally neutral positions. And I thought that it was fine to just pressure with Wisp. And so.
And lucky ass Nails gets the sleep powder dodge.
Look, you bring the greed powder, you gotta accept what's going on.
Okay, you can accept 1 to the left.
Torkoal comes in. Alright, see? There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Dracovish is sleeping.
Yeah, cover for the Torkoal switch. Just play Snarling instead of Wisping.
Pretty
Make it super predictable with plays. Don't want to get both my mons slept while there's a +0 Torkoal on the field.
Oh, there we go. Ah,
And
Draco
then
Wish
just
The first turn wake.
Victini
Gone.
absolutely gets
Smash.
destroyed. Ooh, look, it's me. Gone. And then we have, like, I'm pretty sure this is, like, here we go, another sleep powder turn. Ah, there we go. Well, I guess this one is fine, because it protected.
Denadra plays it safe against the sleep turn next turn, but Nails does get max left this time.
So lucky. Now we see Nail switch out to the sleep immune, but Torkoal comes back in. Gets fully slept. Man, this game is
full
very
sleep
hard.
turns. So I want to like Muse waking up the next turn, but it can also absorb a sleep powder right now. So I want to preserve its status on waking up next turn, but not this turn. So Muse switches out right now.
Trying to block fake out, and TD comes in. T-Tar resets the weather. U-turns into eject, and then gets. This is a bit tough. Gets exploded on. Or gets
It was fine.
Yeah, but the
because I
Rillaboom's
got
alive.
it did
alive,
noticeably
and,
survive, which I suppose is the most.
Like I'm up on Mons. I can like pretty safely which I can like say, not like pretty safely. I can bring it back in later. It's just it took an eruption, but it can take eruptions, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, and Lilligant's on the field without sun, so its usefulness.
It's also in both Mons right now, but yeah. Send the sleeping on into the slot that's more likely getting sleep powdered. Basic stuff. Interesting protect here. Not sure I would have gone with it, but
I guess I don't want to get wisp and sleep again.
A classic.
Yeah, look, when you bring sleep powder, you just they've clicked sleep powder like 5 times. Like that's a lot of sleep powders. Torkoal has to come in to reset the weather. Nope.
Classic.
Dracovish dodges. Look, you sound like you're coping a lot. Down goes Torkoal. Weather's gone.
I mean, I think that this was not the most impactful dodge because the Torkoal was not in a good position, and I had switched to Tower plus killed the Lilligant with Snarl next turn. So that one specifically was not super impactful, but yeah, it's just a lot of sleep powder management, and like if everyone was a hit in a 3-turn sleep, then it was definitely in a bad spot. But I don't think any individual sleep powder would have been like super heavily game shifting. Like basically every time my Dracovish got an attack that wasn't like fight into a protect, it got a kill, and like Badger wasn't able to push her back at that same level. Like I definitely
I
got.
don't think Badger played particularly well. They were just kind of spamming sleep powder and praying, but
Yeah.
they had different outs that they could have gone for and different plays they could have gone for. They did just spam sleep powder,
Yeah, they just-
but I will also say, of course, every time Nails dodges one
Relax.
Entirely
because
reasonable.
I can.
Yeah, I will say like I know that like they were just kind of bring months for fun, but like the sun side spam into Nails definitely does not seem like the greatest idea until like Team Time
After
ran.
you,
After
Time
you
from
did
there made no
nothing on that.
sense.
They wanted to click it just for funsies.
I actually think that could be the reason.
Like I'm pretty sure it's just for funsies.
Like, it's really funny what kind of... The crit's also funny, it doesn't matter at this point, the game's over.
Yeah, the game's
but,
totally
of course,
Yeah.
lucky-ass Nails.
True.
And I will say, Denazra had a very real shot win this game. Like, Diancie and Hatterene in Trick Room at the same time. Especially if the Diancie
It's
found
just-
a way to not get burned. Though it's pretty hard to get the Diancie to have Trick Room up without being punished. It would
I mean, yeah, some of the stuff
Sleep
is
Powder
like-
was hidden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this
Like,
body press?
This is a threat. No, I don't think so.
Oh, I assumed it was body press, but
It might have been, who knows?
so yeah, I'm just kind of switching around. I got the Snarl off onto the header, and so I'm trying to kill off my Tyranitar because I don't really need it at all. and just stall at Trick Room so that I can bring in Dracovision, Dragapult, and win.
But yeah, a non-burn Diancie and a Hatterene without a special attack drop was definitely the win path the Nazar had to set up, but they just couldn't.
The funny Sloop Hatter was too tempting.
Lucky ass Nails does it again.
The classic. Yep. So Nails and the Terrors finished 9-0 in the double slot. Very impressive. Good job. Does anybody know Denadra's final record and the Fox's final record? I want to say
The Foxes is
1-8, and I think
They're
QSNS played the first 4 games, so I think they finished 1-4. Foxes finished 1-8 overall.
Correct.
Man, I'm a genius. Sun loses
That's what we
again.
do.
Poor Victini. Brought once, dies instantly. But it's doing our best. This game, though, is pretty exciting, I think.
This was a good game.
Yeah. Grandma's cooking in their second game after starting 0-1, playing for the Shoguns. And I think JRL is 4-4, playing for the Islanders, I want to say. I'm pretty sure he's 4-4. Do we? And then we'll talk about the Shoguns' overall record later. GMA has the Nails team. I'm not sure if this is like the exact sets you used or it's a variation, but it is the 6 months. JRL has a team kind of similar to what Burns brought before with Naganadel and like a Diancie kind of for a Trick Room mode, which is kind of cool. Your Shifu, like a pretty standard set of mons, but it has both a Tailwind and a Trick Room option.
All I know about Naganadel and Dancing on the same team is I did it once and Umbry called me cringe for it, so that means this team must be cringe and bad.
What the
Because Umbry said so.
Relax. Relax.
Okay.
Uh,
The team looks good. Diancie is notably can be pretty threatening to the Nails Sand if it's played correctly. Nega kind of is ass into it because T-Tar just owns it, and the Mew can absorb hits. But Urshifu's a threat too. Like Jero has the threats to play a very solid game and win this. But
Yeah, if that-
Jima's also just using a team that can, if you outplay, you can usually win the matchups.
Yeah, that Genesect also, it's like Choice Band, like that's really getting to like Rillaboom, Finny, Mew cores, and then like there's also a Tyranitar and Incineroar, which aren't like exactly stopping it. Like I guess it depends. I think this Genesect is Blaze Kick, or like I'm pretty sure,
It's also,
which could stop it.
it's also Adamant Genesect, still Choice Band,
Whoa.
but Adamant CD Genesect has been something that's been popping up more and more as the tournament's gone on. Like most of the early CB Genesects were all Jelly, and Adamant just gets more damage on the already pretty broken extreme speed and U-turns, and the speed tier is not that relevant. It's relevant for Jolly or Shifu, but if you don't care about that Pokemon, and like I guess like Jolly Kyurem, stuff like that.
Kyurem is
and-
fake. It's okay.
Adamant is probably the new standard, unless you're running like Zen Headbutt last time on the Snipe the Urshifu, or you just
Yeah.
or you're just super weak to Urshifu that you have to U-turn on it and get that speed
Yes.
tier.
What else is even in that speed tier? There's like Timid Finny, but that's 295, so you still beat it with Adamant. Because
Yeah,
Adamant's like
it's literally just
299.
Urshifu.
Or it's not 299, it's 297. Yeah,
Well, yeah, this
just
one.
like Dragon. But yeah.
Dragon.
There's not Hydreigon.
Alright, so there's nothing. It's just Shifu and Dragon does not count. Oh boy. The fucking.
Hey, Hydreigon was 1-0 last SCL.
Dragon does not count. At all.
It got the bot.
It
Anyways.
also it beat the 9-0 player.
Alright,
More
relax.
people
Relax.
bring Hydreigon.
Alright. Focus on the game here. Let's go. It's Rillaboom and Tailwind Setter versus Rillaboom and Tailwind Setter. JRL's is faster, and then Aganadel really threatens the Rillaboom, but it also has to feel like Fake Out Psychic from GMA. Like, even if this Mew on this team has revealed Wisp Snarl, I believe, in Nails' and Strats' games, but like, I feel like you still gotta respect Psychic, which is annoying. Broken
Yep.
Mew.
I mean, if you're Jero, you're probably just switching something to Incineroar, then figuring out what else you're supposed to do. But Incineroar is always coming in here.
Yep.
Yep.
I did think Incineroar was supposed to come in on the other slot, but Fake Out's fine. So, yeah, this was a perfectly good turn by Jero.
Oh, he just goes for it. GMA.
On the fake out's being clicked, and yeah, getting the wisp on the Rillaboom is really good for your Finny.
Yep.
I
Um,
don't think you're supposed to let the Rillaboom get risked, but there's not really good
Yeah, there's
wisp
nothing else that
options
wants
on
to take
Jero's
it.
team.
Yeah, like, what do you...
Like,
you're
you have to
I
go
did-
back into Naga, but then Naga's not threatening enough damage for you to...
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Naga that's looking at the muting and a cat. Like, that's
Yeah.
really not the position one wants to be in. So, yeah, you just kind of have to hope that the Mew isn't Wisp, because you get down if it's the set that you don't want it to be. Once again, Mew being broken because of its set versatility.
Yeah, now, like, oh, like,
So true.
like Genesect comes in, but, like, that has to fear Wisp, too.
Well,
Well,
Jensen
it's-
coming in kind of makes it...
I
like,
guess-
Jima has to be wary of Scarf. You can't just see a Genesect come in after the Mew just press Wisp and go, I'm just going to press Wisp again.
Okay, fine. So he's
Yeah.
got to respect the Scarf, but, like, you can just bring Finny, it's fine.
Yeah, Finny can sponge the U-turn.
He
Instead,
did immediately switch right there, so...
Yeah, the way
It's solid.
Jero was supposed to press U-turn because like you're bluffing Scarf anyway, but like Jero switching out makes it like pretty obvious
Yeah.
that he's most likely banned.
Yeah, now it can't be... Like, yeah.
it could be shift gear still.
Yeah, just...
True.
It's just not,
It's
it's just not the Scarf.
Is what I
Yeah.
should have said.
GMA is really like putting on with the damage reduction. Like he's got Intimidate, he's got Burn, he's got Parting Shot. Like this Rillaboom's doing no damage. The
He's been
Incineroar,
playing this game well so far.
yeah, he's playing the slow hazard game.
JRL's threats are all
Needs
neutralized.
to get hazards up.
Spikes
and
go up.
Now they have started going.
That was a very strange knockoff, or fake. Sorry, a very strange fake out into another Finny. You're not like. I guess if it starts calm landing, it's going to be a threat, but like.
If
I don't know.
you just delay that by one turn, it's still going to be a
Yeah.
threat. Like, yeah,
And-
it wasn't a proactive fake out at all.
Yeah, and the spikes are going up while you're trading fake out for leftover ceiling.
Yeah, that knockoff
So
also did nothing. Spikes go up again. 0% U-turn.
JRL probably trying to catch a parting shot. And lock the Incineroar in. The GMA just goes for knock, which is a little bit of a strange play. Maybe trying to block like Urshifu's item on the switch in or Naga's item or something like that. Usually your cat just wants to get in and get out as many times as possible, but I don't know, like yeah,
Well,
cat's
it
kind
was
of
a weird play, but it worked. Like maybe he just didn't want to. He didn't want to like have his parting shot blocked. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, now at least like Finny can
Like
click Money Water.
knockoff's not the worst thing you can do there.
It's not terrible. It just seems super passive, and like
Yeah.
you could be doing anything else with your time instead.
There's a lot of fake outs being clicked.
But yeah, now cat switches out of turn light. Rillaboom comes out to look at a DNC that's going to protect his instant switches in, but it's also going to get to it probably.
Yeah, it gets to press U-turn.
Yeah,
on
yeah, it
the
gets
obvious
U-turn.
protect switch.
Yep.
Oh boy, here comes Incineroar.
Honestly, DNC's probably supposed to attack here, but
GMA U-turns off.
I get why Jero didn't. It's
like
a
it still doesn't want to eat a wisp, and GMA
Yeah.
can very reasonably wisp. So
And he
Yeah.
does.
that's fair.
Grass goes away.
So JRL still doesn't have much in the way of offensive pressure. Instant tanks a Diamond Storm in exchange for
But yeah,
Wisp
now
into the
Diance's
DNC.
burns.
I mean, I think Jero's biggest problem this game was his team just didn't have wisp answers.
Yep.
And he didn't get damage on Mew quick enough. So the Mew kind of just got to do what it really wanted to do.
Just sit
Just
there.
turn the roll of them in the DNC and
And
set 2 layers. And this is Mew just having a field day. Mew getting to execute its game plan. It's
Mew is
it's,
living its
it's
life.
personally what I love to see. I don't know about anyone else, but this is what I love to see.
I hate when the Mew gets to do Mew thins.
That does so, like, that's so bad damage now. Boots get knocked off.
That was a good knock by
Very good knock by Jimmy. DNC doesn't. I'm really surprised this wasn't a Tyranitar.
Yeah.
I would just want
Scared of body press potentially still doing a lot.
Yeah, Gerald, I
Um,
think, uses body press.
It
I
wouldn't.
think it's fair.
I'd be scared of it if it was like if it was
They're more
plus 4.
boosted, not burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like it's the same damage as a.
I think it's fine to still respect it. But yeah.
The
I
Diane
just want to flip my rocks up here.
24 to Incineroar.
Yeah, but now there's an instant DNC that was really supposed to be a Finny. GMAO, come on.
Yeah, that one was very supposed to be a Finny. This was a pretty weird Genesect, but he's in the lead, so he's not going to get as punished for it.
It's okay. There's the Finny.
Finny also loves its life right now, so can't hate it too much, but it could have loved its life a turn sooner.
15.
That probably wasn't supposed to be a trick room, so fair play for Gerald.
Yeah, I mean,
Notably not leftovers on the Finny.
I got knocked
it
off.
was knocked.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's Calm Minded.
I take it back.
Yeah, like the Calm Mind checks are, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, the
shift-
Finny.
This
the
time,
Finny
like,
checks.
Naga Anadel is pretty good. Yeah, Burn Rillaboom is bad. Naga Anadel is like strong, but like there's still like the Tyranitar that just sits there and kills it.
I mean, you're still
Shift Gear Genesect,
forced
kind
to go
of.
Naganadel and Genesect, because it's literally the only
Yeah.
thing that can stop this Finny.
Yeah.
Like, a burned Rillaboom, this Finny is gladly sent up on. I'm surprised it pressed Protect here, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think you have to protect.
I'm not. I think that the Protector makes a lot of sense. Like, JRL is just super limited on ways to actually damage the Finny. And you pick up some more grassy terrain, you get a fake out, and you can just force damage at this point.
Yeah, I guess here like you can fake out the
Fair
Genesect and click Muddy Water. Okay, so it reveals to be Shift Gear. Oh, just comments again. Baller move.
Yeah.
Diancie reveals Body Press and KOs it.
That was also a weird Calm Mind. I just wanted to start dealing damage. A double Protector.
Arrow! You go first.
Oh yeah, that was basically done. Yeah, a double Protect is plausible there, but yeah, I just want to start dealing damage with my Finny. It's nice to have another Spit F boost to block damage from Sludge Bomb though, so I get that. But you're starting to run out of Pokemon here, so
Yeah,
I'm concerned.
I like getting what damage done.
Okay, so go back.
My bad.
JRL. No, one more turn, or maybe this turn. I don't remember.
This is the turn GMA combines.
Yeah, and the turn where Rillaboom dies. Jero doesn't want to kill this Rillaboom, right?
I think he does. I think that he loses to Finny long term, and I think that killing its friends is like a valid path through.
I guess, but now your Genesect doesn't get a click strong move. And now your Diancie is stuck against the Finny. Like, really, you don't want this Diancie in on the Finny, because otherwise you're always losing.
What's your path if you don't click? If you don't take the kill there?
You're probably just supposed to switch to what's the Incineroar at right now? I don't remember.
57 boots
Incineroar.
knocked off.
57
like,
no boots.
Other Incineroar.
Nine.
Oh, that one's. I think
nine.
you're probably supposed to just go into Naga. No. Like
on
presumably
the
it's Muddy
Genesect
Water
side?
being clicked here.
Sure.
Then it's Genesect and Naganadel versus.
Oh, so we're just saying
Genesect.
DNC is never going to do anything anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
we're plus 6 DNC. I think that it's like even
I
just
think
by killing
you're
a roll.
always losing to the Finny at that point, because sure you can maybe kill its partners, but the Finny's killing you. The partners are fake out in your partners, so it's just Diancie v Finny.
like, I get it. I'm not sure who's right. This is close, I think.
Yeah, like the +6 Diancie kind of, well, it like KOs a bunch of shit, but like it gets owned by the Genesect still. Nega Anadel. Oh yeah, I guess like if you have Nega Anadel and Shift Gear Genesect in, like at least like Incineroar can only fake out one, so one of them either gets the Sludge Bomb or Shift Gear. But also like +1 Muddy Water plus Spikes probably does a bunch to Nega Anadel.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know if I'm right for
Yeah.
sure, but I still don't think.
But this is. I think it's pretty close, and I really am not sure who's right. It's like super complex.
It's too much thinking. I'm just gonna click the play
I do
button.
think DNA is probably supposed to muddy water here, but I very much get the wanting to have +2 split off. It's just a really hard position to, like, know what's the like optimal play. But anyways, Rillaboom was defeated, so JL chooses to go up 6-4.
Yeah, like it's 6-3 really. Like the Incineroar is dead.
The Nails team has very much been in this position before.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is that
Goodbye.
there's some comeback mechanics, and it's called CV Extreme Speed.
Also called just pressing Muddy Water.
Oh yeah, before I said it was 6v3, but like Incineroar just being alive, I was lying as fuck. Like just being able to be alive, like it just comes back in and intimidates both these things. Like if it wants, like it's look like fake out.
Yeah,
Also, this is
2%
Citrus Berry for some
Incineroar
reason.
That is Citrus Berry for some reason.
That's bad.
It didn't run into Stealth Rock, so Citrus Berry is just better than Heavy Duty Boots.
Congratulations.
Yeah, 2% Incineroar is still 100%.
Yeah, this
Incineroar,
thing's-
as far as I'm concerned.
Ah, well, it dies there.
Slightly different in that context.
Dodge, but I think that's whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, like-
So yeah, that's big damage, and this is where we see Adamant Extreme Speed come in clutch.
If it's Jolly, the Gyro's Genesect lives.
And it's like, I think it's like a 30% roll or something to kill after -1
From Jolly or Adamant?
from Adamant.
Ah, so it's
But
only
I
a
don't
roll
remember
here.
that. It might be better than that. Jolly
Was this
definitely
supposed to be a Rillaboom from Gyro, by the way?
Probably. I'm not entirely sure.
Also depends on +2 Genesect Oko's Finny, because then you can just fake out the Genesect and Ironhead the Finny.
I
Don't
think
you just
we need,
kind of win?
we need to take a trip to the damage calc.
You could
Because
also,
if +2 Genesect kills, Gyro just wins with that line.
I mean, it's not over. Like, Finny can protect, but
he can also
Yeah, but-
he also has flinch odds, but he also has to hit through
Then you
0.75
can protect,
accuracy.
but then you grassy terrain heal.
you...
I mean, I guess you still probably lose, but
yeah,
because
Yeah.
the Genesect still does just enough, and you die to Life Orb recoil. But
it's closer for sure, but I mean,
closer.
it's not the...
I guess it'd come down to a 50-50 on if Finny protects or not. So you either Leech Life, fake out the Genesect, or you take out Ironhead the Finny. But that's still better than what this line is.
Ironhead against max HP, no defense Finny from +2 Life Orb Genesect does 90 to 107, so 7 and 16 roll to do 100. It's at 96, so yeah, it's like relatively likely to kill from here.
Gyro is definitely supposed to go for that.
Yeah, that seems like the most consistent one. With that said, assuming that there is any speed going into it, if he thinks it's Jolly Genesect, then this line is completely fine.
He's probably assuming Jolly, right?
It's not complete. It's not completely fine. It's like plausible.
Because
Maybe-
I mean, the line
it's not actually.
the line he ends up taking is just going for double protect anyway, though. So
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's probably supposed to. Well, okay, he also just doesn't win though. Is the other thing. Like, against
the Golden Rillaboom.
yeah, like even if you get the Finny kill, then you still like how do you kill the Genesect there? you have to like you turn out with your Rillaboom off the tower, and then go ahead and double protect.
The line I'm seeing is you go Rillaboom here. So it's either the Finny protects and you have to fake out Leech Life the Genesect, or the Finny doesn't protect and you fake out the Genesect Ironhead the Finny. It's a 50-50 here.
Yeah, you Ironhead the Finny. Let's go with this one.
Okay, so the Finny dies.
Yeah, you get the kill. And then I'm still not so sure that you win from there. Because you've got Burned Rillaboom on the field, and Genesect is still pinned down by the threat of E-Speed.
Burn Genesect. Yeah, that's
Burned Rillaboom.
Well, you protect. You
protect. You turn out to Naga. Hopefully you don't get ice punched. Yeah, I'm still not sure that you're winning.
Then the Naga has to flamethrower the Genesect while the Genesect. Yeah, no, it's
Genesect double protects. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're not supposed to protect here though, no matter what.
I mean, no, their thought process here is you protect.
Yeah, the double protect here is very good.
Yeah, because if you protect the Genesect, then you get the double, and then again they'll fire moves the Genesect.
Aren't you playing? Doesn't Jolly never? Does Jolly never kill though from this range at -1?
Jolly never kills, but you die to Life Orb recoil.
Facts. That's true. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. So you do it for double protect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So JRL found a double protect wins line, and I think that's reasonable enough.
Yeah. Now that we've gone through it all.
So yeah, JRL I think falls to 4 and 5. So the Islanders finish 4 and 5. GMA moves to 1 and 1. Does anybody have the Shogun's final record in WSOU?
3 and 6.
3 and 6.
No, 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Yeah.
Let's go Shoguns. Not too bad.
Forward GMA went 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Not too bad, Shoguns. Next game.
Definitely worth it for definitely worth it for a 6K slot.
6K, 4 wins. Yeah. Breakers and Shoguns both spent 6K, got 4 wins.
Yeah, that's worth.
That's value.
If you're a team manager and you can spend 6K on a slot and go 4 and 5, you just have to get like some 6 and 3 slots, and then you're chilling. You're in the playoff hunt.
Unfortunately, they did not do those things, but that's okay.
Yep.
The Shoguns had some other issues, but doubles was not one of them. Good job to Ninja and GMA.
Yeah.
Hope to see you guys again.
Fourth game, we have Z-Strats, who's at 5 and 3, playing for the Platoon, versus Frania, who I think is also 5 and 3, playing for the Gibble.
Yep.
Z-Strats has a variation of Rain with Dragovich, which I don't think we've seen before, and then a Tornadus, which is not very common on Rain either. He has the Trick Room mode with P2 Ferrothor, no Kingdra. Frania seems to have, I don't know, Frania has a Whimsicott and a Naga Anadel at Team Preview, which seems quite good into Rain. Like, those two things. This is also like, and then overall, he's like a pretty standard Tailwind offense team and stuff. Like, Whims and Naga into Rain sounds really good, but on Z-Strats' end, he does have a Trick Room option, which could help him out, because that's usually not what Whims wants to see.
I mean,
and a Serena.
My Trick Room option is completely fine here. The only thing I'm sad about is how they do have quite a bit of possible Iron Defense Pharaoh X and checks, but
2, 2.5, 3.
Heatran is not. I did not consider Heatran to check, by the way.
I guess that's counts enough.
There's Rain, there's Trick Room, Heatran's not a check. Whimsicott very much a check.
Yeah, it was Whimsicott, potential Focus Blast Landoi, and a
Fire move, Naganadel.
The Naganadel and Whims being the main ones.
And Urshifu can punch it if it...
And Urshifu... I'm not allowed to set up on an Urshifu, which makes me sad.
Tough. Yeah, I think Trick Room is how you win here into the Tailwind.
I don't hate my matchup. I mean, this team did very well in tests. So I was always coming into this pretty confident.
I'm so glad Snaga got benched week 1. Shit teammates. God damn.
Oh, Snaga did say go Frania.
God damn.
So I did retaliate.
That's entirely fair.
Snaga, the D-rank teammate, is...
So what are your thoughts on seeing this lead, Ray?
I forgot about something important that we will find out, but my thoughts here are I don't like Naganadel, and I don't like Urshifu, and I get to Psychic Feigns one of them. And I think that the Urshifu is probably Assault Vest, just because, not because it should be, but because Fran usually goes with like the flavor set of the month on his teams usually. So I kind of think that like it's probably Assault Vest, and the Surgeon Strikes isn't going to kill my Tornadus, and I can't really Hurricane it, but it's also going to live a Psychic Feint, so I'm just going Tailwind and Psychic Feint this Naganadel and kill it.
But he did not do that. Djokovic dies immediately by Scarf Naganadel.
Yeah, so
this lives though.
Yeah, I was correct that
you were half right.
But now that Z-Strats has thrown yeah.
I guess Franya went with both of the flavor of the new flavor sets, because I guess Scarf Naganadel has been used the last 2 weeks, and I just failed to consider it, which really fucked me turn 1.
But now that Z-Strats has thrown away Amon turn 1 for no reason, he's destined to win. He never loses.
This is like prime Z-Strats.
Yep, playing from behind instantly, baby. Woo-hoo.
If I'm playing from ahead, I'm in trouble. But playing from behind, that's my comfort.
Z-Strats with a secondary Dragon-type Pokemon is not ideal, though. Kingdra, better watch out if Z-Strats decides to load you up. Or some other good secondary dragons. We got Drake who's old. That guy's getting sacked instantly.
I hate my dragon types if they're a secondary dragon.
That's tough. The
yeah,
fake dragons.
Dragapult you can take care of. Kyurem doesn't have a typing.
I mean, it does. It's just ice electric.
True.
I will say this Serena and Talon's kind of looking a bit scary. Like kind of looking a bit threatening. Like Power Whip, Triple Axle.
The Serena do be
destroys everything, and then like even Heatran, like Heatran's into rain anyway, and then
yeah, like given that this is probably AV Urshifu, it's pretty safe to just drop a high jump kick Hurricane into the Urshifu slot, and I think that picks.
Probably.
If you as long as you hit Hurricane.
That gets a kill against everything if you hit both. You can choose something else, of course, but
I didn't want my Tornadus to die to a Scarf Draco. Like I just like reasonably like the.
That's fair.
And just drop a Draco, and I didn't want my Tornadus to die.
Does it outspeed Torn?
It in the future. With +1 speed, it's +1 speed because it got a kill.
Yeah, so it's like 375, and then okay, it's easily faster than Torn.
Yeah.
Sure.
Tough.
Okay.
So I just had to predict which slot I just had to predict which slot came in which, and I thought about high jump kick, and I thought about triple axle independent, and I just went for triple axle and got it wrong.
Fran staying into Drake out of the Torn was very reasonable, of course. So my analysis was the Torn outspeeds the the speed boost. Fire set here from Fran.
That was fire.
Life Orb still beam.
But
it makes
the Whimsicott and Heatran, which is like cool, but like that was kind of me just killing stuff because this is a very scary position.
Yeah,
it's like not a fun position for me.
Nah.
I have to start getting turns right.
He's got the threats in
really
with talent advantage.
Like I was probably not supposed to kill both of those.
Why? Like steel beam. It's so funny.
Because Heatran wanted to get out so the threats could come in.
Genius.
Yeah, I mean that was a correct steel beam. From
That's so funny.
Grania, I think like the Heatran wanted to die.
It also didn't want
a lot more damage off.
It didn't want to. What am I trying to say? It didn't want to heat wave an objective knowledge.
Yeah, it's just doing no damage overall. But now you got the good ones in.
I was set on my Politoed getting ejected, and then it didn't get ejected.
And instead, you're facing the Naga Urshifu core.
Now I'm facing Naga Urshifu. So I'm thinking here, and I'm just thinking, okay, so there's a I think Franny here is supposed to Sludge Bomb the Politoed, or like attack the Politoed to get eject and close combat the Serena. But how I'm thinking here is like I have to like make some sort of play because I'm in a losing position. So there's a chance Frania goes for the Sludge Bomb on the Serena to try to pick up the special attack boost. So I just have to go Pharaoh on it, and it's not like a close combat's going to kill Pharaoh anyway.
It
It's
does
also not
boost
guaranteed to
speed.
be a direct hit in Polytoad.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially after revealing Hydro Pump, like some weirder sets are very much on my radar. Like Specs could
Yep.
be likely. It's probably supposed to be clicking Muddy Water instead of Hydro Pump if it's Specs, but I mean it's hard to say. Hydro Pump instead of Scald is already a little bit of a red flag that something weird's going on.
Marathon comes in,
So I
does
was
get the
able to
Sludge
get-
Bomb.
Was able to get a Sludge Bomb.
Very safe, double into the slot.
I do.
Oh my, what a loser.
I mean, it's a 65% accurate move, and I hit all of the moves that come after this, so I am not complaining ever.
It's actually 60, it's not 65.
Yeah.
Even worse.
But yeah, I think like ignoring
Yeah,
the
like-
Polytoad is fine. Like you don't want to eject
I'm
it
also
out.
still fine with this turn, even though I missed Hypnosis.
This dude
Like,
brought
it's also
blind
not ideal.
I wouldn't be
hypnosis.
Like,
fine with
I'm
this
in-
position if I were you.
Okay, I'm not fine with it, but and I'm like pretty pissed I missed Hypnosis because I'm in a super good position if it hits. But I've seen my out at this point. Like I already know what my out is.
Man, Polytoad useless.
Is it like a Spurific versus Leo, or what are you going for?
It's a Hope and Frania kills my Ferrothorn out.
Ferrothorn is dead.
I mean, I kind of relied on I mean, my Ferrothorn gets quick air defense if it doesn't kill me, and that's still pretty threatening, to be fair.
It is.
So like, yeah, and I know Tailwind and Trick Room are both very viable options for me right now. Like if he doesn't kill the Ferrothorn, then I'll have to go Trick Room mode, obviously, and Porygon gets to live with CC. And it's a roll for CC plus Sludge Bomb to kill. And that's a roll in my favor.
Man, Naganadel Choice Scarf sucks. No damage.
Choice are timid, so yeah.
Has Urshifu revealed its item yet? All I know is that it's not
revealed
lifeless.
It's revealed its damage output,
Oh, okay, sure.
which is a very super weak damage output.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Poor Yoshifu.
So Friend's probably supposed to double the P2 here.
I mean, the P2 lives though. Like in my favor, it lives. That's
It
like
doesn't do
like, that was
24.
Okay, well, I count 0 attack Adamant Urshifu. So it could have been more attack, but if it's not, then that's the max roll for CC.
You're telling me Naganadel doesn't do 24 to a P2? That's embarrassing. Damn.
I mean, timid Scarf is, yeah. I run Modest Scarf, so it does some damage.
I was assuming, yeah, Modest Scarf, and I'm currently furiously calcing. I don't know how bulky your P2 is, but if it's the calc spread, which is 248.64, Naga's doing 27.6 minimum. So with the CC roll, P2 is dead to a double.
Yeah, I
Let
think.
me see if I don't think that was a different spread, but I could have been. I'm just going to go custom.
I mean, you'd have to be really split F to not to live it. Assuming again, this is assuming Modest Naga too, which is not a good one.
Isn't it got a speed?
It got the
boost,
speed
so-
boost.
Does
that mean it's.
Oh yeah, fair enough. So yeah, it is timid.
So what's the
so-
timid roll?
The timid's still killing, but barely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right.
Was the Urshifu might
Yeah.
have had more attack than 0?
But anyways,
Yeah.
it's still probably high roll the CC, and with that said, it looks like Friend was maybe supposed to double, but it did. Friend didn't, and
Got
P2
punished quite heavily.
that was
I-
stuff.
Even if he does double, the Tornadus gets to click 2 moves, and the Sarina can kind of still go in at this point. Like Sarina in Tailwind.
Serena and Tailwind
Plus
is
something that can kill the partner. The opposing player's partner is just really good. Like, I don't think if my P2 dies there, I don't think. Oh, I mean, Nega does
Naga
live.
gets
Oh,
another
never
double
mind.
turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nega lives. Yeah, no, that would be dire. That'd be game.
Um.
Nega
Oh,
lives.
okay. No, Torn. Yeah, Naga lives at a hurricane. Like Naga wouldn't be +1 speed, but it would still outspeed the Polytoad in the Serena. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was very surprised you didn't set Trick in there. Basically.
But then you correctly double the Robum here, and that like kind of seals it. So good job.
I mean, it doesn't seal it. It means I have to hit my move.
Oh well, hit your move. Damn. Who
To
hits?
hit my move.
Who hits?
Like, me hitting all my moves is justified for me missing the hit.
No, it's not. You brought blind hypnosis. You're not supposed to hit.
If you bring in Polytoad, you should always bring in Blind Hypnosis.
Stupid. Whatever. C-Stress moves to 6 and 3. Platoon 6 and 3 in doubles. Frania finishes 5 and 4. Gibble finished 5 and 4 in doubles. Is this another 6K slot? Frania might have been like 4K.
Friend was a 3K pickup.
Okay, so another 6K slot for 5 wins. That's good stuff.
It's seeming like 6K slots are the way to go in doubles, unless you are
Unless you're
spending all your
nails.
money on nails.
Unless you buy the expensive player and they hit. Because the other expensive slot in the draft went 5 and 4, and so
Yeah, and the other top PR person's getting retained every time.
Yep.
Last game, we have 4 and 4 Perfect with the Dynamos versus 0 and 0 Leo playing for the TMs, who I believe are.
Fire matchup, fire preview, to be honest.
We got the Wims offense mirror, baby. I love it. Let's go.
yeah, they've both got some threats. Not too much else to say about it.
The game
they
just comes
both-
down to who utilizes their whims and who utilizes their threats better.
Yep.
The Naga's gonna be spooky. The Zygarde doesn't have a ground resist. There's one to cut, but to look at the Heatran is the only Genesect counterplay, but there's not much in the way of Heatran counterplay out there.
The only thing that would be super spooky for Justin is if the Celesteela was wide guard.
Yeah, that'd be
Wide
annoying
guard
as
with awesome
fuck.
games.
That would have been super spooky. Probably what I would be most scared of on preview.
Oh boy, the Wims mirror. My favorite thing ever. Oh, both Wims get led. Yippee. I hate this
This is a
Pokemon.
really good turn by Leo.
Oops.
Also a sus turn by Justin.
Yeah, this play was extremely sus.
We'll see the extremely sus
The
play.
Zygarde lead. What do we think of the Zygarde lead actually into Leo's team? It doesn't do anything
Very
amazing.
bad. Yeah, I don't like it. The Zygarde here is a mon that wants to like find the right position in Tailwind. You don't want to lead it.
Yeah. Anyways, so Burns' turn 1 here. We kind of played through it already, but it's really not great. Eject button. Whimsicott always has to click Tailwind turn 1
Okay, so
because
for
you get
people,
yeeted.
yeah, I'll let you go.
Oh, you can go for it. You can go for it.
So for people confused why Justin clicks Encore there, there's this. Was it a common line in VGC or just like a known line? I just know like
Whimsicott mirrors aren't even that common in VGC, but
I remember Duxmon talking about it. That's how I know about it from VGC.
Oh, honestly, it's just the DOU line. That's how I know about it. But yeah.
Yeah, so you press Encore on the opponent. This is assuming you aren't eject button, because eject button this is sus for many reasons.
It changes the map, but yeah, the basic line. Yeah.
But you press Encore on the opponent's Whimsicott that's pressing Tailwind, because either the opponent wins the speed tie and you Encore them into Tailwind, or you lose the speed tie but the opponent can't Encore you into Encore because you can't Encore. So you press Tailwind next turn and you have the later Tailwind.
Yeah, like also this turn we are not. The Whimsicott is not max speed, so I'm assuming Burns thinks he is slower than the Whimsicott, so it's so feels confident he can Encore the Whimsicott in the tail end, but as it turns out he is not slower Whimsicott very clearly, and then gets kind of owned, especially since Leo clicks Muddy Water and the Heatran's just almost dead at this point.
Very funny to see. very funny to see a situation where being the slower Whimsicott is rewarding for Leo, but yeah. Anyways, because of like both the encore play and the eject button are ways to solve Whimsicott like mirrors, or like it's like gets an advantage out of the Whimsicott mirror, and using both of them in tandem just results in you not getting Taloned up.
Which is not good. You do not want to be in this spot in the Whim's mirror.
Justin was pretty aggressive, like either Moonblast or an Ice Beam were both pretty telegraphed from Leo into the Zygarde, but Muddy Water, like, and honestly his play was fine if Leo just used a single target super effective move into the Zygarde. Like, he'd be very okay with the position.
But he does not.
But he, like, overcommitted to a single play that Leo might make and didn't cover for enough of it, and he got punished on multiple fronts, and it was just like a disaster of a turn one.
It might be fair to say Justin just completely underestimated Leo. Like, Leo made a really good play here.
Yeah,
Muddy did not blast in, and I think Justin kind of just, like, might have just thought, well, Leo will just go with the obvious play because he is new to doubles.
Yep. Turns out Leo is actually quite good. Like, I played 4 test games against Leo, and went 2-2 against him. Like, he made some, like, genuinely solid plays.
Owned turn 1, unfortunate.
Like, after my like test games against him, I thought that he was like about average for the pool, which is like relatively high praise. Picking up doubles isn't easy. But anyways, we can continue.
Yeah, so Burns is just a super tough spot already.
Yeah, the position is dire. Whimsicott's kind of forced back in. Leo goes for a fake tears Muddy Water, and just good play.
So that's...
Very solid play.
Here, Leo is probably supposed to fake tears Muddy Water Justin's Whimsicott.
Like on turn 2 or turn 3?
This next turn.
Okay. Yeah, the turn 2 was fine.
Turn 2 is good.
Turn 2 was fine.
But instead, both the steals come in.
Yeah.
Unfortunate dodge. But at least, like, at this point, like, Burns has 2 more Tailwind turns, but he's, like, the Finny's locked in the Moonblast against 2 steals, and the Whimsicott is not doing anything.
Yeah, but you just have to survive 1 turn. Yeah,
well,
it's not...
kind of. I don't think that's entirely true. Like, you just kind of have to, like, start getting your damage out at this point, and you don't, like, your Heatran's been sacked, and you don't have any great switch-ins to this. So I don't think that you're, like, that capable of getting your value out of your talent wand at this point, just because your Heatran's dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, we see the Choice Band Ironhead come up.
Meteor Beam was probably supposed to be saved.
Probably.
I feel like you're only wanting to press that as a nuke. Like, you could have just safely clicked a stab move that turn.
Does Flash Cannon 2-shot Lando on a switch in?
That's a good question, to be fair.
Well, okay, Flash Cannon plus Meat Beam kills him.
Well, yeah, Flash Cannon plus Meat Beam does it, so...
Yeah, probably just don't want to miss and don't need to blow your load.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Justin has stacked those Mons and at least has some sort of momentum now, I guess, with 2 Talon turns, the Heatran and the Genesect in, and is trying to do something productive after he's done 52% damage and has traded 3 of his Mons.
That Ironhead dealing 63 to Finny guarantees, like, Adamant, right?
It's no bulk Finny. I'm not too sure.
It's not +1 Genesect is the main thing.
Yeah, but Genesect is strong.
Okay, it could be a high roll, it's about an average roll. And yeah, I'm just overrating last Finny's bulk. It does 58 to 69, so it's like slightly more likely to kill than not kill. Okay, Genesec's just a strong mod Infinity. He's not that bulky if it's not
That's it.
HP affected. Yeah.
Genesect is absurd. But, okay, so at least Dynamis have a bit of momentum here, I guess. Genesect is shift geared up. Genesect die. Other Genesect dies, Heat-Wave.
Heatran gets an insane value Heat Wave. And, yeah.
Celestial has blown the Meteor Beam as well.
Yeah,
So-
things are looking pretty good for Justin here.
If you're Leo, you think this is still a fine position, but Justin is soon going to show Leo that it's not.
Genesect reveals shift gear, extreme speed.
Yep.
Really cool set. Allows you to play around Whimsicott.
I think Leo wanted that to hit, he said.
I mean, if the Whimsicott gets knocked to Sash, it's not great. Is it?
I think he said it's jacked. So either just
There's a
dies.
jack, and yeah, Heat Wave is definitely killing the Whimsicott. You can bring probably
Lando.
you get your Finny in, and Finny Lando in, and you get to just like Muddy Water, throw the Genesect. And probably just Snowball in there.
Might have been a bad dodge. I'm not too sure. If Leo
It
wins.
certainly could have been a bad dodge. Like getting to go Finny plus Lando here, unless Finny dies to the speed.
I mean, Finny dies to e-speed.
I think that actually might be a roll.
It's plus one life orb.
It's how healthy is Finny?
It's at like 48.
49.
Oh, 48. Okay, yeah, no, it always kills. I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was.
does.
Yeah,
don't know.
like you have
okay.
to go. You have to go like Celesteela Lando, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's just not a good position.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's like,
the problem
unless-
for Leo is that he blew his meteor beam.
Yeah, the Meteor Beam being blown here is very strong for Justin. Or at least it's helpful.
well, the Heatran also dies to Life Orb, so the Heatran's off the board. But
Oh, yeah, that's true actually.
it doesn't change things too much. Like Finny's still in E-speed range. Genesect has to fear Flamethrower, but otherwise Genesect does kind of just clean from here.
Yeah, Jack
And
goes in.
like the double E-speed to take out Orlando, which I assume it takes it out.
Yeah, and then here, Leo times it out. As heck. But, yeah, so from here we can talk about what could have happened.
The winds can encore the I mean, okay, the Wims actually can't encore because Leo didn't have encore. But I think the only line that's like kind of winning for that could win for Leo is like encore the Genesect into E-speed, have it hit something, and then kill the Heatran with Celesteela. Now it's +1. Then you can fake Tears the Genesect and kill it next turn.
I mean, if the E-speed goes into the Whimsicott, you can't because
Yeah, it's the 50-50
E-speed
at
goes
that
before
point.
Fake Tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, this still looks like it's.
I think Justin...
That becomes a 50-50 line. Otherwise, since the Celesteela isn't Flamethrower, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, I think since the Celesteela is... Yeah, like, Justin spent this time looking to see if the Celesteela is Flamethrower. I'm pretty sure the TMs confirmed it's not Flamethrower. And then I think if it's not, Justin likely wins. From this
Yeah,
point.
unless it's Encore Whimsicott, then I do think it's just a 50-50. But it's not Encore Whimsicott either.
Okay, so yeah, I think...
I mean, it's worth noting that double E-speed, assuming it's CD Zygarde, double E-speed picks up the Landorus as well.
Yeah.
So that's like the tail end is not super impactful.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
my Encore line is just a 50-50 though, right? If it hits Stila or wins.
Sure. Yeah.
Because then you fake Tears the Genesect and kill it with Celesteela the next turn. The line Leo went for, and the moves Leo clicked, because I do know this, is fake tears onto the Genesect and air slash onto the Genesect before he click cancel. Which needs a high roll to kill the Genesect.
That has to hit air slash. And then do a bunch of things just die to heat wave? Well, I guess the Genesect needs to die there for it to be good.
And then there's a Finny Lendo, so it comes down to whether Finny dies to see the extreme speed.
Zygarde, it probably doesn't.
Zygarde is extremely weak.
Zygarde sucks.
I'm also checking. Yeah, okay, it's not killing the Finny. CD extremes are
if
so
Leo
weak.
got the high roll, he won. But it's also
You need to hit and get the
Assuming-
high roll.
you said it's 112 HP, right, Emma?
It's like the standard shift gear Genesect. Whatever the calc is, maybe.
Okay, the calc is not standard because that's slower than Kindra. If you were slower than Kindra, you're garbage, but then you always live.
Okay, so I think we most of the time.
Okay, so Spurf probably won.
yeah,
But
Yeah. Like Sporific always won unless Leo got like a max roll.
yeah.
a flinch one.
I guess he flinches, but he also has the hit.
But no, how does he flinch? The Genesect
Air
goes
slash?
first. It's +2 speed.
Alright. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's like if Justin presses like Iron Head instead of Leech Life, then it kills with Life Orb recoil. But I'm assuming that Justin presses Leech Life.
He says he probably clicks Leech Life right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
if Leo didn't cancel and didn't lose activity, it comes down to does Leo get the high roll?
classic. But
Okay.
yeah.
We spent enough time.
We
on
spent
this.
enough time,
Actually, we spent an appropriate amount of time given that it was a timeout.
It
Yes,
lasted 6
Spurf
turns.
probably won.
Yeah, so
It's also we spent less time on some of the other games. We can afford this.
bro, I got homework to
Yeah.
do. But so Spurvik, Dynamos, their slot finishes 5-4. I believe the TMs finish 1-8 in doubles. I want to say, and Leo finishes 0-1. But he definitely not a bad performance by any means by Leo. Like picking up
Just
doubles in like
unfortunate.
9 weeks. My advice would be try not to time out next time. But also like
Don't cancel when you're on 5 seconds.
yeah, don't cancel when you're on 5 seconds doubles. The Whimsicott pick, I also think was like pretty strong into us. So like props there for bringing it. Yeah, had those. He also said he built the team himself, so pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean it's very similar
Yeah,
to my sample, but it is different.
It's
And it's a cool
Genesect over Incineroar from the team you used in week 8 last SCL.
Yeah, and different sets.
True. But that's since like okay, we can like preview semifinals really quickly. People want to do that.
Yeah.
2 banger matchups. Oh boy, this one kind of epic. 9-0 Nails versus 5-4 Spurific.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I've been friends with Spurific for a long time. Our game the first time around was super close and decided on a speed tie. Should be fun to play him again. Can't wait.
I'm also very excited to play 9-0 Nails. Like that's dope as fuck. Like in playoffs.
Yeah.
Like this is high stakes, super fun, very excited. And then next one
Yeah.
is Strats versus JRL for Platoon Islanders.
Also should be a good game. The playoffs had the top 4
Yep.
preseason PR ranked players for doubles.
Yeah, that's
which
pretty
is
funny.
cool, and 4 of the top 5 teams in the power rankings before the season made playoffs. The shape of the season was not what was predicted, with 2 teams finishing 6 points clear of 3rd place. It is absolutely unheard of. They were they just had an extra 2/3 of the points that the 3rd and 4th place teams had. For the regular season, 2 teams, the Platoon and the Terrors, were very clearly better than the field. But you can throw that all out when you hit playoffs, to some extent at least, because it's a single week and Pokemon can happen. But with that said, it's been an absolutely crazy year of SCL. Never have seen a season like this before where two teams just absolutely blew the rest of the field out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, Platoon and Dares finished with 15 points, and as mentioned,
Dynamos had 9 points. Dynamos have a -4 differential right now.
Yeah, 9 points, I believe, was already the record for the lowest bar for a fourth place team for playoffs. But there was, like, very late into week 9, there was a real chance that an 8-point team could make it in. Like, it took until, like, the third to last game of the regular season for a team to hit 9 points. And we could have just had a relatively big tiebreaker at 8.
I think this, it was very close to the Breakers being able to tie break in, which is so funny. Like, I think the Dynamos had to win one less game, so they would have had to tie the Machines, and then GXC beat AIM, right? Yeah, and then I think the Terrors did E-Turn beat Charmflash? No.
Trump.
Okay,
that was the line that broke everything.
We were a few games off of an 8-point team making it into the playoffs, which is absurdly low. Like, usually you want 10 points in order to consider yourself, like, safe for the playoffs, and a 10-point team, probably multiple, at least one, probably multiple, have missed playoffs before. So 9 points being completely safe is just...
Let's go! Let's go!
6 is also the lowest BD that has ever gotten in.
Let's go, Dynamos, baby. But yeah, like, it's like the playoffs. Like, at this point, like, nothing matters. Like, it's just, you just play 10 on 10 now. Like, anything can happen in playoffs.
Depending on your definition, like, the average team in SCL has 9 points and +0 BD. The Dynamos are a below-average team, technically, in terms of their record and, like, battle differential. But they are the 4th best team despite being below average.
Let's go, Dynamos, baby. Yeah, it's like
so
hilarious.
Just under their way into the playoffs. And this is not to say that I'm taking them lightly. They've got a scary roster.
They got to shift their stuff around with extra deadline time and...
Oh yeah, shut up that.
Yeah, so should be a good set. But there are 2 heavy favorites.
Yeah, I think playing 9-0 Nails in playoffs is probably the second most week I've been excited to be in an official team tournament past my debut week actually playing. So I'm super excited. It will be fun.
Should be good ones.
But yes, thank you for sticking with us the past 9 weeks. They've been, like, very fun to do, so I'm glad we've, like, done them every week, even though it's like 11 p.m. and I'm busy. And then we'll definitely do more of, like, playoffs, all those games that happen for sure. So thanks for coming by. See you next time.